Appointed as an auditor of an airline company, and since you're appointed as an auditor of an airline company, what are the factors you will consider for the development of a overall plan? So you have been appointed as a auditor of an airline company. What factors, what aspects you will consider for the development of the audit plan? Now the overall plan, basically it provides the direction of the audit work. It also highlights that the timing of the work to be performed, the manpower to be used, and coordination of the work between the client, between the other auditors and the expert. The auditor should consider various factors for developing an overall plan which gives you the scope and conduct of audit. What factors auditor will consider for developing a plan which contains the scope and the conduct of audit? Now, in this case, first of all, you have to see the terms of engagement. What is the terms of engagement, and are there any statutory responsibilities that you have to check? So you have to check the terms of engagement, which is based on the audit engagement letter, and the statutory responsibilities as per the company law. Nature and timing of the report and other communication. So what is the nature and timing of the report? There will be CARO report will be there. There will be report and audit report under SA 700. What is the other communication as per SA 260? Communication to those charged with governance. Okay. Then what are the applicable laws and regulation? What are the statutory requirement under GST law, under income tax law, under environmental law, under various laws which are applicable to the entity under Companies Act? Then accounting policies adopted by the client, and any changes in the accounting policies. What are the accounting policies which are adopted by the client that you have to check, and any changes in the accounting policy that you have to highlight? That's the thing here. So what are the accounting policies actually here, and any changes in the accounting policy that you have to check? That's the thing here. What is the effect of new accounting policy, new auditing pronouncements that you have to highlight? So the new accounting policy, the new auditing pronouncements, what is the impact of that you have to highlight it? So any new standard has come up, Ind AS, now IFRS, Ind AS 118 will come into picture. So what is the impact of these new accounting standard that you have to check? Then identification of significant audit areas. Significant audit areas like say sale, purchase, property, plant, equipment. So what are the significant audit areas you have to identify? And you have to set the materiality level for each of the area. So materiality level for account balance, class of transaction, disclosure and presentation, you have to set. What is material, you have to clearly define. You have to also give consider to special attention to any possibility of material errors or fraud with the parties that you have to check actually here. So is there any material misstatement, fraud happening that you have to examine, that you have to check? That's the thing here. And the degree of reliance to be placed on accounting system and internal control. So you have to understand that whether the accounting system is robust, Tally, Zoho, SAP, Oracle, what they are using. And internal control. Internal control means it's nothing but it's a policy and the procedure of the organization. You have to examine the possible rotation, emphasis on specific audit area. So is there any rotation actually here of the work actually here? So should you focus on other areas also? Should you rotate among the people, different team members you have to highlight? That you have to check. Emphasis you have to analyze which area is very much important. And nature and extent of audit evidence to be obtained. See, for example, should we obtain external confirmation? Should we obtain written representation from the management? Should we attend physical inventory counting? Should we apply analytical procedures to obtain the audit evidence? And what is the work of the internal auditor? Can we rely upon the work of the internal auditor? Even that also you have to consider. So the work of internal auditor. And is there a work of other auditors involved? Say for example, there is an auditor of a subsidiary, there is an auditor of a branch, a client, or is there any involvement of expert? That also to be checked. And you have to ensure that in planning there is a proper coordination among the staff. Is there a proper coordination among the staff? That also you have to examine. Okay, so these are the aspects you should consider for the development of an audit plan.